O te whaataro whaatua Amerika Samoa le newe ngā le fiafi, whawtairi a lofa molanga leo leo tua, o lo manu I pia suta tau watunu. O prokalama le neo manu o se tau tua lo wha televisio le KVZKTV, e a wina toi wharinga malo, o pisnisi tu mooti, whamoni anga as whanau, o sa awhiwhianga mo liu, mai si la vaenga fia whailo atu. Talo Falava American Samoa, thank you for joining our manual program brought to you by KVZK-TV, where all government announcements, birthdays, anniversary, announcement from private sectors, churches, villages, and any other event that needs to be announced. Now let's have a look what's coming up on tonight's news. Onisi neo vaenga le awina tutato talafo mo le nei afiafi.
Mai mo mai tato talafo le afiafi nei o le awina toi fontanga Samoa e lua le ato Samoa. O ye neni suinga mo whainga malanga I le vau Amerika Samoa ma Samoa tutua tasi o le awina tu talafo le afiafi nei se atoanga le ripoti. O le awhatau tai e plus kai le tau vanga mo ta mai ta ila lei mo le muso oi mai mo mai talafo le afiafi nei mo se atelenga o le whamoe moe.
Mai mo mwhaafonga mai loa, inisi neo whaasisilanga mo whai o na taunu mai.
O whātausanga atu ma le whalo lava I le maaro mātua umma whanawa o ngā St. Teresa. O le awhai atatu whontanga lono mua le ni tausanga onga, o whontanga mātua mo whai aonga. E whai le awharwhai le fiafi I le asorua ki tupa sulwalu. Whai le I lau mua sa atanga teresia, talosia le tātou whaatasi le aso I le alofamolanga leo le atua. This notice is to kindly inform all parents and teachers that the PTA will have our first meeting for this school year scheduled at 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday, October 18 at the St. Teresa Elementary School campus. Your attendance is very important and much appreciated. In celebration of National Arts and Humanities Month, the Board of the American Samoa Humanity Council presents an essay poetry writing competition. The competition theme is Saving Our Samoa Culture and Language from Extinction. The essay or poem can be either English or Samoan. All students enrolled in school from level 5 to 12 are eligible to enter the competition. All essay and poems must be submitted to the American Samoa Humanity Office in Whangtongo at Lumana'i Building Room LB 205. Deadline is Tuesday, October 25th by 4 p.m. If any questions, please contact the American Samoa Humanity Council at 633-4870 or 4871 or visit their Facebook page and website. Ili whamana tui no Masino National Arts and Humanities was our need for American Samoa Humanity Council se tau wanga tu si ngā tala masolo mo whana American Samoa. O leo ture nei tau wanga o le whaasaro ngana Samoa mana nganuu ina ni mo watu. I ma whaiona whaongane ngana Samoa pura ngana whapretania I tu si ngā tala masolo o le a whaia. E anga whaatamitia onga me le wasenga 5 e le wasenga sulua. O tu si ngā tala masolo uma mo tau wanga I ta tau ona wha awatu I le Official American Samoa Humanity Council I Whangtongo I le Lumana'i Building Potu LB lua o 5 o le a whanga taritari e ina o tu singa I le aso lua o ke tupo lua 5 I le tūlai whae le fiafi a fi manamana atili I le tau wanga whafsotai le Official Humanity Council I le ono tolu wha waru fitu o po le ono tolu wha waru fitu tasi pea siasi fo I le Facebook ma le website an American Samoa Humanity Council.
General Memorandum to the Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Governor of American Samoa, appointment of Acting Governor. In accordance with American Samoa Code Annotated 40106, Lieutenant Governor Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alele'ale is appointed as Acting Governor upon my departure from the territory on Monday, October 10th, 2022. This appointment will terminate upon my return to the territory. Thank you. Signed by Lemanu Palepoi Sialenga Maunga, Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to the Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa. Delegation of Authority, Department of Agriculture. The Director for Department of Agriculture, Solia Lealofio Letangaloa Mutini, will be off island on October 9th, 2022. I hereby designate Deputy Director Taumanga Meafo Sangapolutele as Acting Director until Director Solia Lealofio Letangaloa returns. Please give Mr. Sangapolutele your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to the Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa. Delegation of Authority, Department of Public Works. The Director for the Department of Public Works, Mrs. Faleosina Voigt, will be off island from October 9, 2022 to October 17th. Deputy Director Mr. Fa'alavai Ta'ase is designated as Acting Director until Director Voigt returns. Please give Mr. Ta'ase your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alili'ali, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to the Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa. Delegation of Authority, Department of Commerce. The Director for the Department of Commerce, Ms. Betty T. Matila, will be off island from October 9, 2022 to October 17, 2022. In her absence, I hereby designate Mr. Willie Leawanai as Acting Director until Director Matila returns. Please give Mr. Leawanai your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to the Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa. Delegation of Authority, Territorial Energy Office. The Director for the Territorial Energy Office, Dr. Misipati Salanoa, will be off island from October 10 to October 18, 2022. Deputy Director Mr. Dorian Salavea is designated as Acting Director until Dr. Salanoa returns. Please give Mr. Salavea your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to the Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa. Delegation of Authority, Department of Marine and Wildlife Resources. The Director for the Department of Marine and Wildlife Resources, Mr. Tautasi R.G. Soliai, will be off island from October 10, 2022. Deputy Director Selaina Tuimavave is designated as Acting Director until Director Tautasi returns. Please give Ms. Tuimavave your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa. Delegation of Authority, American Samoa Telecommunications Authority. The Chief Executive Officer for the American Samoa Telecommunications Authority, Mr. Chuck Leota, will be off island from October 10th to October 14th, 2022. Chief Financial Officer Mr. Chris Danielson is designated as Acting CEO until Mr. Leota returns. Please give Mr. Danielson your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eliasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa. Delegation of Authority, American Samoa Environmental Protection Agency. The Acting Director for the American Samoa Environmental Protection Agency, Mr. William Seeley, will be off island from October 10th to October 16, 2022. The Water Division Head, Mrs. Christianera Tuitele is designated as acting director until Deputy Director Seeley returns. Please give Mrs. Tuitele your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eleasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to the Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads, from Acting Governor of American Samoa, Delegation of Authority, Department of Legal Affairs. The Attorney General, Mr. Fainu'ulelei Alailima Utu, will be traveling off island on October 11th, 2022. I hereby designate Deputy Attorney General Mr. Roy J. Hall as Acting Attorney General until Attorney General Fainu'ulelei returns. Please give Mr. Hall your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eleasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. We have another general memorandum to Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads. From Acting Governor of American Samoa, Delegation of Authority, Department of Administrative Services. The Director for the Department of Administrative Service, Mr. Eliki Afalava, will be on leave beginning October 11th to October 17th, 2022. Deputy Director Mr. Ngango Fa'atafa Ngango is designated as Acting Director until Director Afalava returns. Please give Mr. Ngango your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eleasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa. General Memorandum to Secretary of Samoan Affairs, CEOs, President and Executive Directors of Authorities, Directors, Agency and Office Heads. From Acting Governor of American Samoa, Delegation of Authority, Office of Property Management. The Director for the Office of Property Management, Pauline Natia Ifatualavai Asalele, will be off island on October 13, 2022. Deputy Director Daniel Lee Fau is designated as Acting Director until Director Asalele returns. Please give Mr. Liu Fau your full support and cooperation. Signed by Talawenga Eleasalo Va'alele'ale, Acting Governor of American Samoa.
O nisi nao whaasisilanga o mawhaiona o mai, te whamanatu atu, a whai e ni whaaringa whaamolemole, o le asunga fua, a solulu, mo le aswhareile, e awina tua e tatou whaasisilanga. Mai mō mai nisi ne whaamanianga as whanau, o mawhaiona taunu o mai.
Birthday greetings for Elisha Chikinsengi. May the man above showers you with many blessings and continue to add many more years in your life. Love always from your mom, sisters, and brothers. Birthday greetings for Siloma Toimoana. Praise remains with our Heavenly Father for His loving guidance upon you. May this year be full of everlasting joy and blessings. Love always your friends and family.
O nisi nao as whanau o mawhaiona o mai tatou prokalamo na manuo. O le pesele ne mo le atoero whaanga mo o tō umalava, o whamanatuino o tō wasoifua. I rea so. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you all. And may God bless you. Yamanui ato waso whanau. Yamanui ato waso whanau. Yamanui ato waso whanau. Mawha manui ele atua. O le atatou alo atu mo se marolonga pupu.
So
kako o maranga. Wa ya ile fofua suat dai kapkengi ya langai wala ka foi ya o langi ar kami ya tong ko fama vai kamar kinga im fanga ur kami ko harwa ele fakaria ya ko
ya lang alawa malau pasis ba yoi polis kan kalau ka mavai koi ba be pai o ka kau ngacha mo o charu kau kuanga ma oi ya yoi ngai ka maki foto sa awas kan
kuanga ma oi sia fa ngau
awas kan ngale lua pa ya suka wai na ko sa bo la ia
kuanga ma oi ya ka mai
ya ya
ya wan Olan melo wala mat pas.
Lawa pala mat pas. Lawa ho wa.
Ko ko ma we ya vai se kamera le ang asang.
Ya. Lek.
Fa de le wan ko lo.
Ya wan lek. Ya.
Ya fa. Fa mia.
Fa.
Fa.
mo ko fa maru wa kun maru ka ko pasese. Ai mai se pa ia stas ka ko. Wa ya si fa le kongul va. O ia mele fa le kongul rafi. Ola si kaimi ya on ko fa ko le ka ko fa ngamanga. Ai ya fa mo boy. Ya. O pasese mai la ko lo la la lunga va. Ai ai pela ko lunga va. Ora ko lo la la i. Ele yo mai. Ya fa ia pese ko fa mar singa nga. Ah wow. Ya la wan ma ke ai mer kap keng. Ya pa mar fa ro.
Hey, Saila. Ai valea. Pe ngaku mai para le kum para lagi ya le ngaku mai. Ola kai me ya wal va ma be ayo ya para lagi. Pe ngaku mai.
Vai. Kau sa wa man man.
Asa ko ban ba?
Na ma le fa mai ai. Ma ke le long parang. Ya long iba ang parang i pawan me o sa mo yo tong pa.
Pe be kilo ya yo baka.
Kali. Vai fa le. Vai fa le ya u sa wanga. Papa e barbare ya la usaila. Au sala foi ngole aunga.
Ngaku mai. Ekele ba sa fa ngabel me e para lang. O ya. Ngaku mai para lang ya.
Ya la ngala. Ola ba ko kikira kula ku. Ladies and gentlemen. To everybody, listen to me. I'm sorry for the trip. But next time for go to Pampanga because and the trip is no good because is a break of the valve. And everybody is on the boat, it's a boat. Everybody on the waffle, it's a waffle. Me, I'm it the captain, okay? Awa. Oyo kong yaw na maya, nga ulang ala ko nga sila ko puro. Sali. Kaya. Wala na ruba feme ako. Babay lo lang ngin. Alala ko. Oy. Kero uso. Kero
me kay vale que ngaku mai para lang ya.
Election, on me fue soso tapureng. Kama, o soso tapureng, Oye, te baila ya. Bueno. Queremos que pero hemos como corua, bueno.
Kele ko ruwa sao? Sao ba?
Aya. Sao ba? La kuana kia ang ale ang mafai. Kalmana la bayan ya.
fia fam sino sa ma le tu la tia we se la tu fai ma tu na tu ma lo ya just
And that concludes our Monroe program for this evening. Remember to give us a call at 633-2007 or email us at kvzkpsa@gmail.com for any announcement. Special thanks to the Aveni Pacific for donating beautiful LA shirts, dresses, and for sponsoring our Monroe program. Maorifai ungale na tatu prokalamol Monroe le ni yafi manatua ia vala au mai le ono tolu lua o fitu. Pe email ma le kvzkpsa@gmail.com a wani fasisilanga fia failo ila tunu. Momoli atu fo le nganga faftai tele i le kampania le Aveni Pacific. Mo sa unia la e matango fie malango malo si tatu prokalamol Monroe. I manu tele ina lo fasa usanga Amerika Samoa o la o tau au auna o tau talaso kuka. Tau fasa i fua.
Sainia se malia ngai le vao te ta yo malo e lua i le mai a yo le ato Samoa ia pia. Sauno le lo ia sile fa malamalama fe malanga ina i le vao Samoa e lua. Tala noa le ele o Amerika Samoa i avele Samoa. O te whaatala whātu se whaopoponga o tala mai lau KVZKTV. E mo moatu o ana nawhia pia na whaiwina i le whono Samoa e lua le ato Samoa. O le whai unga le nei whono tanga na seinia e la whionga le kovana sili a le manu pa le poisi a le ngā maunga ma le tamaitai palimi o Samoa i a whia me nao mi mata awha. Se malienga wa tau o le Memorandum of Understanding. E avea mapine whaamau nisi o whiutanga ina na whaapeo na marilia iai malo e lua. Wana nafi foi na whai ngā whono inai le whaalua i le tausanga o na whaia whonutanga nei a malo e lua. Ma Amerika Samoa o le a amata mea i le masino Aprila. Ina ia o ngatasi malana fua. Ai o Samoa tututasi o le atari malo i le masino o ke topa o tausanga te itasi. O se au te ringali nei o le reporti.
O le whaawawina peo na ngā le rue vāwala lato malo le tu ia tinae. O le sanga una ia peo le tu e ala ia tinae mo le tamau ainga. O whainga malo e pine i lungo o whainga sao ma le rei. Whapere tu la fono. O vaenga uma ia lo o mai o ia te tono le whenga inga Samoa tutu tasi ma Amerika Samoa. Sa saidia ia pia le asa munu munu le fono uso Samoa e lua le ato o Samoa. E le saunoanga le tamaitai palemia whape mara kovana sili le teimo le la tananoanga ma lau tu stala. Na la uta ua ia whape o le sili au tu o le nei maalienga. O le whaamalo sia lea o le whenga inga o Samoa e lua. A waiui ese ona whainga malo o Samoa o le ainga e tasi. E tasi li afu, tasi li alunga, e tasi fo iro na whaasino manga. O le tu ia tina ai mo le sanga whaare le ia peo le tamau ainga o malo e lua, mo le manui o tangata lautele, ai le na o se vaenga o tangata. na whaafutai le tamaitai pāle mea o Samoa, le whanotanga le nei mo wai le avano malo e lua, e whasoa iei vaenga tāua mo ati nae, o le tui whaatoanga, o whainga whaiva, o le vaenga wafu mo malai vaalele, o le soifua maloloina, whapea ma whemalanga inga. Na saunoa le fionga le kovana siri, a le manu pale poisi a le ngā maunga, e whapea uilu i tau le koviti sa whapea na whengai mātunu e lua i masina o tonai, e le tu aile na unau o malota i tasi, e unai ati na e mga duenga le lei, mo le manuia o tangata lautele. Whai unga whanoina fo i le aso na nafi, le whauina o nei talanoanga le vao malo e lua, e whaalua na whai i tausanga tasi, o le awhionga le Chief of Staff i a loa tau a pai laupola, na whaatuina le lafo na i amata i Amerika Samoa na masina o Aprila, ai whai ui a Samoa tu tasi na masina o Kitopa. Na pasia le lafo na whaatu, ma maliri o mai loa ma tai o malo e lua, o le a whapea lava na whai. E toi tali watu le awhionga le Kovana City, ma le tinao le atunu i Amerika Samoa i le awhia finei.
E afu atu le masino Januari le tausanga fou o tangata Samoa umai malanga mai Amerika Samoa ai le wha moe no fo mau pe whaingaruenga fo i Amerika Samoa o le ale toi mo mio na whaia inga mo whimalanga inga e pei o ki lia mai le whale mai ma le whale leo leo e pei o na masini ai e le i oso whai le lalolangi le COVID-19 maleiva. O le itu i whimalanga inga ma le whiangai ngo malo e lua o vaenga ina talanoi nei le teimi o le funutanga Samoa e lua. O le awhionga le loia sida le atunu ia whainu le leifa le whatu la lima utu na whai masui o Amerika Samoa e whaia le folosanga le mta upu lava le nei le a fo ina tele ni lave sa whaapea o na whiangai ma malo e lua i nei tausanga wa tuanai. O siang o telenga le nei o le reporting.
O le mata upu i whemalanga inga le vao Samoa e lua whaapea ma le whaawawina pea o whengai ngai mata upu e au whaitanga tau malo e lua. E ala whemalanga inga o vaenga umaia na sau no iai le loia siri a whainu le lei whale whatu ala i lima utu. O le amatango le sau noanga le loia siri na i e ta uai e whaapea e amata atu le masina fo ia November o na toi te tala sa o loto tua o i Amerika Samoa e peisa masani ai a lei o mai le COVID le atunu. Na whalia fo i le sau noanga whainu le lei e a fuatu ia November o na tau fia le toi whaongai no le talo for pass. Na sau no le lo ia wha amanam la mai tu ai ngau visa i tolu mo Amerika Samoa e pei o le pemita i tolu se furuaso o le pemita mo nganuenga wha avai teimi ma le pemita se furu whaaso. Mo le pemita i tolu se furuaso e urufare ele tangata mai Samoa e Amerika Samoa sa masane na mo mia le reporti mai le whale mai wha pe ma le clear officio leo e peitai na whaadia le loia sili ia whainu le le e whapea e a fuatu na masino Januari le tausanga fou o na le toe mo mia e pe na masani ai a le o mai le COVID-19 fulmariva. Na whaadia fo e le loia sili e o mai a iulai o le tausanga nei e fitu se lau valu se furu le a whai o IDs mo tangata whaingaruenga a le Star Kiss Samoa sa whapea o na whaia taru mai le tausanga e lua whelua se fultasi. Sau no fai no lei o le wha moe ina ia wha awawina pea ia awa no wha ingaruenga wha penei e manu ia i Samoa e lua e le ngata ina mawai tangata i Samoa tu tasi ia awa noa e ngā ruei Amerika Samoa le tatu whalei o le Starkist e manu ia i fole te mau aingo Amerika Samoa e ala i rana Starkist a wala to telo tangata o lo wha ingaruenga le teimire nei o tangata uma mai i Samoa i sifo. O i fo de fa mo de malo e tue fa fa ngaruenga le isi di masalau i lalo lava proclame le nei o ngaruenga fa vai temi o tangata no umo Samoa fi ala Amerika Samoa o no turanga i pisinisi e te tau na yele vaenga o tau o le sponsor ma o talusanga uma e fa awi mo mo de committee fa fo fe malanga inga e swala pule ai o na fa am fai le ona talia male pe mito muri na o tangata Samoa tu tasi anga vai e a fuatu ia Januari le tausanga fou o le atoe a matai pe mito se furu faaso le se furu ta la le tangata to tasi to tongi e malangai o lo sila fo le office le loia sili e se fainga e mo faia e turisi po tangata asiasi Amerika Samoa ona malanga atu a fai pe a fa pe fina ngaluai ai pu se teimeno fai. O le turanga i pemita mo tangata Nationals o Amerika Samoa e malanga mai i Samoa nei o tati atu nei mo se malienga mai Samoa tu tasi mo se fai unga le tausanga Amerika Samoa ina ia whanga fua lea whainga whaata se ma leona suli matala o le la fonga le tutongi le tangata malanga i pango a le ia ruatu le vaalele mai whaleolo le sainoa whaanu le lei, e ui le vevese o le COVID sa whea ngai mamahalo e lua, i le lua afe lua se fun maltasi, whapea se tūlanga sa iei Samoa le mai ai o lana whainga palota, e le mawhai lava na whaataru ina ni so fufuanga malo e lua, whaataitainga o le to e wina atu le i Samoa, o pangotai lua se furuono mai Amerika Samoa i Samoa tutu atasi, i le mai ai o na turi o lato whaasalanga le to e se tafuna, na whaafutai le loia siri pa anga le malo, mo le whaataunu wina o ia feutana i uma.
O se tasi o matao po le fontanga sa taranoi le nei vaiaso o le tūlanga le komisio ngana Samoa i le territory ia Aprila lua felu se furulua. O tau fie pei o na taranoi na sui usu fono mai Samoa e lua. Ono le tūlanga e ono o iai le toe mawhai o na toe talanoa tangata e whaongai nai le tātou lava ngangana. A wā o le tō telo tangata o fie tau tatala i le Whaperitania e maise lava i Amerika Samoa. Ona o le tūlanga ua talosangai nai se fisosoani le komisio ngana Samoa i Samoa whapea ai ma le UNESCO. Ina ia whaamalusia le ngalulue valalata o vaenga uma ia e lua. Whapea ai malato o lo iai le tumai whaapitoa mai le malu tele. Nta ua i le taimi o le whonutanga. O lo iai le nofoanga o Amerika Samoa ia o fiai le komisio ngana Samoa ia pia i so se taimi e whaiai ia na whonutanga. I le teimi o le atou Samoa na whaamaunia i le malo Samoa le ele ua mai o na whaamatu watu mo Amerika Samoa le EEE avele. O le afionga le tamaitai palemia i afi me na mi mata afa na sau nuai whaapea. O le ele le nei o Amerika Samoa e au tafo le official ampaso Saina whaafisanga i ma le official ampaso Amerika i Samoa. Ae o le atungalunga Amerika Samoa i le nei ele ona o le lata tele i ampaso Saina ma o le tūlanga lava le tasi. Le fu'i na whaali ai se popolenga o le ofiso Amerika Samoa. Ono le dea tūlanga na talosangai nai Amerika Samoa le malo Samoa mo seisi ele mo Amerika Samoa. Na whaatonuine le tamaitai palemi o Samoa le mtangaluenga o lo ngafa ma le vaai o ele o Samoa. Ina ia sila i lea tūlanga ma toe avatu se whautuanga e tusai o le talosanga a Amerika Samoa. O se tasi o whaamoe tāua le whaatautai le Blue Sky mo alo matamaita i o lo tauwa i le mismo so oi pageant. Na whaalau i loa mai i le whaatonu sili le Blue Sky i a Justin Tuiaso Sopo. Le lango malo sia na company i le whaamoe le mismo so oi. Lea e o whaina tuai le se furulua fe tāla i tupe whaaskola sipi ma fōwa i whaapitoa. O se au terenga le nei o le reporting.
O le tūlanga i peona iai le whaamoe le vaenga le able, lea sa whai ai whaafiafianga i whaalinga o la ei, ai maise o tāleni i tūsinga ata. O le whaamoe peona alo atuai nisi o alo tamaitai o le atunuu o le mismo so oi pageant. Lea na whaalau iloa mai e le whaatonu siri o le Blue Sky ia Justin Tuiaso Sopo. E se furu ma le lua afe tā la tupe whaaskolosipi, ai maise o fua i whaapitoa, mai nisi o whaalapotonga tū maoti. Na tā ua e Justin le tā ua le muanga ngana, e whaapea e au leina i lau o tina. O le whaamoe le nei o le moso oi o lo langolango ina maalosi le Blue Sky, ina ia una ia ai tamaitai uma le territory, e whaata ua le anga nuu wha Samoa, ai maise o le tūlanga ia o onga. E toa whaata maitai leo le atau vai le whaamoe le nei o le moso oi pageant, o le sui tau wā mua, o le tamaitai o lene o ianga le lei mai le awhio anga o futina matafuna, ma o loo o ina o iei tonu kolisi tu whaatasi o Amerika Samoa. O le sui tau wālo na lua o le tamaitai, o lo loma le tai o tu mua whao liu, mai le lalawhanga o nuuli, ma o loo wai foi le kolisi tu whaatasi. O le sui tau wālo na tolu o le tamaitai o ieta lafitanga, mai le awhio anga o whanga alu ma whanga saa. Ma o le sui tau wā muli, o le tamaitai o Nelly tuinga mala, mai le lalawhanga o leone, au nuu, ma tā autu le whanga, sa anapu ma sa papalii. Ma o loa o ina foi o iei tonu kolisi tu whaatasi o Amerika Samoa. O i lātou o loo langolango ina le prokalama le moso oi, e au fiai le Amerika Samoa Humanities Council, ma le Blue Sky American Samoa. O sui o le moso oi, ma tai mua le tau sala o le moso oi, o Elisaya ma Jacinta ma ilo, o le whaala potoputonga o le JE Productions.
Ma o tātou tala muli o tala me le Pasifika. Ua amata nei tala noa ngā vai ngā whao puwhai e Vanuatu mo le whaatuina o se whainga malo so o whaatasi ina ua mahe ala palo ta whaabavave le aso tofi. Na tā ua se tasi o tūsi tala ua amata tala noa ngā o nei fōlinga mai e le aima se vai ngā whao puwhai na tau vai le whainga palo ta vave o ki topa se fumale tolu na manu malo i se vai ngā to tele i le pale mene lima se furudua no foa. E o mai le aso wharaile le io atu lava pusa palo ta mai no whanga tu ufua i Vanuatu i no whanga au tu e awina tuai i le laumua o Port Vila. O loo whaasolo pea le awine se helikopta o pusa palota mai no whanga tu ufua i Santo. Whaalia le au su e whainga wha upu whai o le ale whaingo fie le whaingo le whainga malo fou. A wā e tusai ma whai unga le alo ia e toa whani pale bia mua na ma whai o na toe filifilia e avea ma whai pule. Na ta ua fo i nei pale bia mua le toe fia umia o le tofi pale mia. Ai usi mai loa lau mai moi se whaingo le tau mo Amerika Samoa i denia fiafi.
E whatara whātua Amerika Samoa se whainga tala tau di ni fiafi. Tau poa nā nei o pola stua nai e mātili na uoa e ta api solo timu o na ngā solo ina to uru timunga i la stua nai. Mālu e whita suru walu vele varu sifuru wono sa vini mai sa e se furu lima mai la litu la. Aso sa e o ila stofi e mātili na uoa e to uru timunga mālu e whita suru iwa vele varu sifuru lima sa vini mai sa e se furu lima li nusfuru mai la litu la. Mo se whainga le nei tala tau mo Amerika Samoa.
O le whaiunga le nau tala mai lau KVZK, manu e tele au whainga malolonga le nea fiafi, tātu tue whiroa i se taime uluma, tau whāsuifua.
A ticket for not wearing your safety belt, $120. A life, priceless. Click it or ticket.
Honourable Governor Lemanu and Prime Minister Fiame of Samoa signs Memorandum of Understanding. Attorney General Fainu Lelei explains the immigration process of the territory at the Atoll Samoa Summit. And the American Samoa government expresses concern with the land swap in Apia. Talofa, you are watching the news from KVZKTV. The Atoll Samoa meeting in Apia has ended in Apia with the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding by Governor Lemanu Palepoisialenga Maunga and the Prime Minister of Samoa Fiame Naomi Mataafa. The agreement between the two governments is aimed at strengthening investments and good governance, as well as economic development for the two Samoa. Also yesterday in Apia, both leaders and their delegations agreed that the Atoll Samoa meetings takes place twice annually, starting in April each year in American Samoa and follow-up meeting in independent Samoa in the month of October. Here is more.
Promoting government-to-government relations and inclusive growth, sustainable infrastructure and interconnectivity, and strengthening investments and good governance are the priorities outlined in a Memorandum of Understanding that the Prime Minister Fiame Naomi Mataafa of Samoa and the Honourable Governor of American Samoa, Lemanu Palepoisialenga Maunga, signed on Friday, October 14th in Apia. The goal of the memorandum is to reinforce cooperation between the two Samoa, thus fostering the common objective to promote economic development and cooperation to obtain fuller opportunities for social progress. Prime Minister Fiame Naomi Mataafa expressed gratitude for the cooperation and stressed the importance of the implementation of the priorities in the memorandum, laying stress on the rule of law, promoting transparency, and addressing the issue of the economy as a precondition for growing investment activities. Honourable Governor Lemanu said that despite the numerous challenges and uncertainty caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, the government's mid- and long-term commitment was to contribute to the overall economic prosperity through systemic measures. During their joint press conference in Apia, both leaders said they are glad to support these vital efforts with a contribution of our own. In these times in which greater engagement is necessary, it is more important than ever to join forces not only in order to deal with the current challenges, but also in order to put our country's long-term goals in perspective.
Attorney General Fainulei Falefatua Lima Utu has told the Atoll Samoa meeting that in January next year, Samoa citizens visiting American Samoa and not intending to reside or work in American Samoa will be exempted from providing a medical clearance and police clearance, as was the case before the COVID-19 pandemic. Fainulei said the two Samoa must continue to work together to address some issues pertaining to immigration and border security. Here is more.
The Attorney General Fainulei Falefatua Lima Utu presented on immigration and international relations. Fainulei started his presentation by saying that American Samoa will fully open its borders in November. He also told the meeting that the Talofa Pass for travelers to American Samoa would cease. Fainulei informed delegates about the 3 times of entry permits for American Samoa and further welcomed the relaxation of some of the entry permits requirements, including police and health clearance for applicants from Samoa. According to Fainulei, commencing January 2023, Samoan citizens visiting American Samoa and not intending to reside or work in American Samoa will be exempted from providing a medical clearance and police clearance, as was the case before the COVID-19 pandemic. For the guest worker permit, Fainulei told the meeting that as of July 2022, there were 780 star guest workers issued immigration IDs since 2021. Fainulei went on to say that the objective is to promote growth of the star guest Samoa and American Samoa's economy, as well as to provide jobs for Samoan citizens and remittances for Samoa. As of October 2022, Starkist Samoa is working with the Samoan government and districts to recruit 500 more Starkist employees under the guest worker program. Samoa citizen workers who wish to immigrate and work in American Samoa, private construction companies, should have sponsors to go through the Immigration Board. Fainulei said that the 14-day travel permit will be implemented again starting in January 2023, and the American Samoa government is reviewing the feasibility of a travel permit for tourists for a shorter number of days with less requirements. On entry permits to Samoa, Fainulei asked the government of Samoa to waive the entry permits for all U.S. nationals, as well as the $65 departure tax that only travelers to Pago Pago pay at Faleolo Airport. The assistance and reconsideration of these arrangements were put forward for consideration of the Samoan government. Fainulei acknowledged the assistance of the Samoan government in the relocation of Samoan citizen deportees. In 2021, 26 Samoan citizens were deported to Apia.
American Samoa's delegation also informed the meeting about the establishment of the Samoan Language Commission in American Samoa in April 2022, which also established both Samoan and English as the official languages of American Samoa. There were critical concerns about language laws, and American Samoa have sought assistance from Samoa and UNESCO in addition to strengthening networks with language advocates in the United States. The meeting also noted the provision of a place for American Samoa in the Samoan Language Commission in Apia. Staying with the meeting, the Prime Minister of Samoa, Fieme Naomi Mataafa, confirmed land list in Avele ready for American Samoa. The American Samoa government expressed some concerns with the land, noting close proximity to the Chinese embassy, and sought the reconsideration of the Samoan government in this regard. Prime Minister Fieme asked the Samoan Minister of Environment to consider the matter further and advised accordingly. In a meet and greet event hosted by Blue Sky American Samoa for the 4 beautiful contestants vying for the 2022 Miss Moso'oi title, Blue Sky CEO Justin Tuiasosopo excitedly announced Blue Sky to be a major sponsor for the event, committing more than $12,000 in scholarship funds and in-kind donations. Here is more.
The Miss Moso'oi Pageant 2022 Blue Sky CEO Justin Tuiasosopo excitedly announced Blue Sky to be a major sponsor for the event, committing more than $12,000 in scholarship funds and in-kind donations. CEO Tuya Sosopo shared the importance of the Samoan proverb, "E aule na ilawa tina," and shared, Blue Sky is proud to support the Miss Moso'oi Scholarship Pageant as it promotes the beauty of our culture and empowers our young women to not only value the importance of our Samoan culture, but also the importance of education. The four lovely contestants for the 2022 Miss Moso'oi pageant are contestant number 1, Lene Uyangalile from the villages of Futinga and Tafuna, a student at ASCC, majoring in business management and sponsored by Astor Generation. Contestant number 2, Loloma Letayo Tuumua Fauliu from the village of Nuuli, an ASCC student majoring in criminal justice and is sponsored by the Atteler Dynasty. Contestant number 3, Yeta Lafitanga from the villages of Fangasa and Fangaalu, an ASCC student majoring in liberal arts, is sponsored by the Foyolitini Christopher Ledoux Foundation. Contestant number 4 is Nelly Tuingamala from the villages of Leone, Aunuu, Matautu Lefanga, Saanapu, and Sapapali'i, is an ASCC student majoring in criminal justice and sponsored by Mountain View. Major sponsors for the Moso'oi events include the America Samoa Humanities Council and Blue Sky American Samoa. Moso'oi team members and lead for the Miss Moso'oi pageant is Elisaya and Jacinta Mailo of JE Productions.
And finally, in our news from the Pacific, talks among Vanuatu political parties have started for the formation of a coalition government following Thursday's snap election. Our correspondent said that talks have started and it appears that none of the political parties who have contested the October 13 snap election won a simple majority in a 52-seat parliament. As of Friday, ballot boxes from isolated areas in Vanuatu have not yet reached the main centers to be shipped to the capital, Port Vila. On Friday, a helicopter was still collecting ballot boxes from isolated areas in the constituency of Santo. According to political analysts, the lobby for the formation of a new government will not be easy because, according to the unofficial results, 4 prime ministers managed to be re-elected as members of parliament. They said that each one of them will want to be prime minister again. Let's have a look at our weather report for this evening.
Salofalava American Samoa, here's your weather report for this evening. Tonight through Saturday night, mostly cloudy, scattered showers becoming numerous showers Saturday, lows around 78, highs around 86, east winds around 10 to 15 miles per hour. Sunday through Thursday, mostly cloudy, numerous showers, lows in the upper 70s, highs in the mid 80s, east winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. And that's your weather report for this evening.
And that concludes your local news from the Pacific from KVZK TV. Have a pleasant evening. Good night.